Hello, everybody. So, last week we were talking about getting a new, getting on a new platform, right? So, if you're like, oh, well, it seems like my audience is on this platform, and I can deliver the kind of content that makes sense for this platform, then you should be getting on the platform, right? Now, the question is so you have the situation where you're like, okay, I've looked at things and it makes sense for me to be on this new platform. The question is, how do you get started? And that topic, how you get started posting on a new platform, is what we're going to be discussing in today's episode of the BB&J podcast. I'm your host, as almost always, John Lind. Let's get into it. So, when you're on a new platform, the first thing that you want to know or to keep in mind is don't reinvent the wheel. Really that simple. If everyone is doing something a certain way, you should probably be doing it the same way. I know that, we're kind of taught of like, oh, go your own path, forge your own path, do your own thing, which, is an option. But if you want to see more effective, more reliable, better tested growth, when you're on a new platform, you want to be the first thing you want to be doing is just kind of getting a feel for the area, right? If you're new to Facebook, let's say you have a Facebook page personal, but you want a Facebook business page. You want to take a look at what are other business pages, especially near me, the ones that get a lot of engagement. What are they doing? Because that's going to tell you what people are doing right, and that's what you can do right. I'm not saying to go and look at some tiny Facebook page that was updated in 2013. I'm saying take a look at some of the top performers in your industry and see how they're doing. So if you are a realtor, for example, what you want to do when you're on a new platform is you want to look at what other successful realtors are doing. Follow successful realtors because you're going to see them doing different things as the trends change, right? And try to do those things. I promise you it is going to make a difference. It's going to make your growth a lot more reliable and a lot more effective. I do have a little bit of social proof for this. So I personally post on TikTok, and recently I took a look at how many videos I had posted. I just kind of do random stuff every once in a while, and if you guys follow my personal accounts on other platforms, you'll notice I just kind of post miscellaneous things everywhere, right? But I looked at how many posts I had made on TikTok, and it was almost 600. I have made over 500 videos on TikTok, and a big chunk of it was there was I think 3 weeks maybe that I was posting like 10 times a day. That was my challenge to myself. So I can tell you, because if you look at my profile, I'm not, TikTok famous. Quantity isn't everything. The posts I saw that actually did well were the ones that were following trends. Recently I had a post that got a good amount of engagement, good amount of likes, new followers, new comments, and guess what it was? It was just a little video of my cat. with a popular sound that was a sound that was popular at the time. Done in a format that was popular at the time, and it just did really well. Because you can just go at it, but unless you're starting off on a totally fresh, totally new platform with a very small audience, there are people who have done the research, who have done the work, who have found the things that work the best and have been reliably and consistently able to achieve that. So with that in mind, rather than focusing on quantity, focus on quality. Focus on the trending, the trending hashtags. Focus on the trending, the trends, what people are doing in your industry. Because if they're doing it right, and if they're getting results from it, then you can too. It's really that simple. And guess what? It's going to make your life a lot easier. It's going to ensure that you're getting a good bang for your buck. Because, especially if this is a business account, if you want to create a profile for your business, this isn't just a matter of, how many likes you got, right? If you're a realtor and you're posting on a platform, the question isn't how many likes, how many shares you got. The question is how much business you got, Same with hairstylists. It's not a question of, what kind of comment, how many comments you're getting on your posts. It's a question of how many people are coming in to your to your salon. And it's really true of any industry, right? Do you think that, these big multi-billion-dollar corporations are posting on TikTok, say, because they just enjoy it? Do you think the CEO is sitting there and is just kind of like on his lunch break on his phone commenting on some random posts as the business? No. It's marketing. It's organic marketing. It's building your brand. It's money, More at the end of the day, what does this all come down to? Why do you do what? I always try to focus on the why. What is the why of this? Money. Business. More people wanting to work with you. More people wanting to buy your services, right? Or, if you're a nonprofit, more people wanting to donate. More people wanting to donate their time, donate their money. Whatever it is, you can do that through social media. And by focusing on quality, I think that's my second big thing, is focus on quality. When you're posting, I said before, I have made over 600 posts on TikTok. Most of them have 2 likes, And it's because I was just posting random things. But the posts that actually get engagement are the ones that are going with a trend, going with a filter, going with, whatever thing is trending. Those are the ones that did well. And that's true across platforms, So let's say that, for example, let's say you're on YouTube, right? Or you're trying to start and growing your YouTube channel. You want to be taking a look at what other successful YouTubers in your industry are doing. Do your research, do your due diligence, see from their stuff what works and what doesn't, and then start applying that to you. Start putting out content reflecting of that. And then as you continue to learn, continue to change. Look at engagement. Change things and see how it affects engagement. Because that focus on quality is going to get you more bang for your buck. Going to get you more results. Going to give you more followers, more likes, more comments, on top of the stuff we were just talking about, right? Of money, of business, of donations, of volunteers, of people wanting to check you out, people wanting to work with you, And like in terms of, like, if let's say you have a podcast, a bigger audience is easier to sell for guests, to have bigger guests on. So as you become a bigger fish, you can swim with other fish in this case. So that kind of transitions into my third point. You know, we talk about, or I was talking about, don't reinvent the wheel, right? Look at specific, try to find things, and try to focus on quality, right? But let's end with something a little actionable, okay? I wanna end with the question of, so you're looking at this, right? And you're like, this is all well and good, John, I appreciate it, but where's that CTA? You know, what is something actionable I can do? Because this is a whole bunch of stuff, John, but like, how am I actually going to even get started with this? You know, I always try to answer this question. The thing that I'll say that works on pretty much any platform, that'll do a pretty good job at getting you creating content that's quality, that's, you know, getting started, because that first like few weeks is absolutely critical for your account, for your channel, for your platform, whatever it is, you know, for your page, whatever it is, right? Because because social media algorithms are more, they're a little more friendly, they're a little more forgiving in those first few weeks, and they're a little more willing to promote channels that don't have a lot of, you know, groups or pages, whatever, that don't have a lot of subscribers, because it's a small account, you know? So with that in mind, you want to be growing as quickly as you can, as early as you can, so that you can get exposed to more general audience, get in that bigger pool, get in the great wide open, you know? And that time criticality means like you don't have the most time to, you know, figure this stuff out the old-fashioned way, or the slow way. So what I'd recommend is just, the first thing is start with hashtags. Look at popular videos, look at common hashtags. There's different platforms you can use for hashtag searches. See what's trending, good engagement, put in those hashtags, take a look at those videos, see what kind of content they're doing, see what they're doing with that, and try to do something similar. If you can do hashtags in your audience, you know, specific to your demographic, that's awesome. That's ideal. But generally, like, look at the trending hashtags. Try to figure that out. You can like fine tune it and learn and do more depth later. But as to get started, that's what I'd say. But you know, that's about all I have for you. I'd like to thank you so much for listening and/or watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and punch that notification bell. All that goodness, you know, will be in your feed next week. And as I'm sure you know, the clips are coming out all over the place throughout the week. So look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.